There's just a few things happening on my screen right now. Holy sh... Yeah. Hello gamers, welcome to another video. I've been taking a break from Forsaken to play some other games recently because I just really don't want to be supporting the game anymore with all the drama going on about the dev team. Over my break, one game in particular has really caught my attention, and that game is Nullscape. The best way I can describe Nullscape is a combination of Dark Deception and Roblox Grace. The game has Dark Deception's gameplay loop of collecting all the shards on a given stage so you can progress to the next one, and it has the enemy design of Grace, where the enemies are simple on their own, but made much more threatening when dealing with many different enemies at once, while still keeping enough player agency to prevent unfair deaths. Nullscape truly has some of the best gameplay I have experienced in any game ever, not just on Roblox, but games in general. Just to be clear though, this so-called best gameplay I've experienced is only about 10% of the time while I'm playing. The other 90% is still good, but feels very lackluster comparatively. Now I'll talk about my criticisms of the game at the end of the video, but for now, I want to show you a long clip to showcase one of the most enjoyable parts of the game. You're on stage 15, your team hits an Altar of Greed, and you get a Voidbound Baby, Cadence, and the Roaring Knight. Then, as expected, your whole team dies in a matter of seconds, now leaving you as the only one left who can save the run. Okay, first I'll mess with Cadence. This ringing's so annoying. I have to leave and come back. Oh no. Okay. Fine. Woo! No! Oh my gosh! Fuck, that was insane! Wow. Hey, I'm impressed with myself. That was a good one. Moments like these ones are what keeps dragging me back to play Nullscape. There's just something so invigorating about a last man standing in this game. Maybe it's just because I've been playing Forsaken for an unhealthy amount of time and got used to every LMS looking like this. Alright, now I want to quickly share a few of my critiques of the game. First things first, the new player experience is a degree of mental torture I have never experienced before. The game's movement is very unique and fits well, don't get me wrong, but learning the movement of this game as a beginner is so demotivating. The movement of Nullscape basically feels like you're always running around on ice, and this combined with the very minimal air control you have makes the movement very frustrating to learn. Once you learn it though, it's completely fine, and you might even start to enjoy it, but most players never reach that point. Most players just play the game for around 30 minutes, die to the void a bunch of times, and then never come back. It's a real shame because this game has a lot to offer once you overcome the learning part. Now I want to talk about what in my opinion is the largest problem with the game and what keeps making me not want to play. And that problem is that the game becomes an absolute snooze fest 90% of the time once you get better at the game. Let me quickly talk about why a game similar to Nullscape doesn't have this problem. In Grace, when starting a run, you have the ability to turn on whatever enemies and modifiers that you want. Because of this freedom, you can start a run at whatever difficulty you want without needing to grind so you can get to a certain stage. This is why Grace is a great game for people who want to challenge themselves because there's no wait time between starting a run and getting to the hard part. In Nullscape, to get to a point in a run where it actually starts to get difficult, you either need to stare at the lobby board waiting for a run to show up that is on a level that's hard enough for you, or alternatively, you can play through a whole 40 minutes just to get from level 1 to 15, which is the point where runs start to actually get interesting. Like, I genuinely feel like a gambling addict staring at the lobby board just praying to see a hard mode run over level 10 that I can join. I cannot stress this enough, Nullscape devs, if you are somehow listening, please add a custom mode to the game. A way that you can set the run to start at any given point with whatever enemies, curses, and upgrades you want. Just adding this one mode would fix all the problems I'm having with the game. Like, I genuinely love playing this game, but I just don't want to be forced to wait 40 minutes before I can actually start challenging myself. Not to mention, the amount of different challenges you could do for fun with a custom mode like this would be limitless. Now, with all my critiques out of the way, I want to say that this game is truly worth your time if you want to put in the work to get past the new player experience. Alright, that's all I've got to say about this game for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.